quick is good. Sometimes being quick is bad, but if you're our guest today, you got some pretty quick state tournament matches. Now, if you would, introduce yourself.
I am Spencer Moore. I wrestled for Walton-Verona High School, and I was a two-time state champ.
All right. Now, you won it in 2020, 2021, back-to-back years. We're going to talk about your 2020 video today. But before we talk about that, where has wrestling taken you after high school?
It's taken me to the University of North Carolina.
Now, normally there I would boo. I would insert a thumbs down or a crying meme or whatever. But you are a Division I college wrestler at in a top conference. How did your season go this year?
I ended up finishing 4th at the ACC tournament. I was one spot out of a national qualifier placement.
I was hoping you'd say that, just one spot away. Now, your brother said he was a two-time NEIE runner-up, and you were just one spot away from making it to the national tournament. So the wrestling tradition, wrestling family runs deep. What gets a young Spencer Moore into wrestling? And don't say your dad. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We know that's the answer. Go ahead.
Actually, it started when my dad became an assistant coach at Campbell County High School. He started dragging me to wrestling practices. I was like 2 or 3 years old, and I would just sit on the side and watch practice. And then when my brother started youth, he was wrestling with a few guys who had little brothers around my age. So I just got right into it with that.
And I love hearing that. I don't want to say monkey see, monkey do, but I mean, it was just, you were just there, you become a part of it, and the Walton-Verona name has a lot of brand value, and like your brother, yourself have added to that. You're going to see why. Just bear with us. But first, let's go over your bracket. Of course, you win the region. There's no question about winning the region. First round, you wrestle Hudson Crow from Trinity of Louisville. You win that by fall in, now keep up with the times here, guys. 1 minute 4 seconds. There's a reason why I said that. 1 minute 4 seconds. Then you go to the second round. You wrestle Trushawn Matt from Hopkinsville. You win that by fall in 33 seconds. Quarterfinals, you wrestle Clayton Shaddix from Great Crossing High School. You win that by fall in 1 minute 19 seconds. You get to the semifinals. You're wrestling Colin Tucker from Wayne County. You win that by fall in 1 minute 9 seconds. Now, before we go any further, Clayton Shaddix finished 8th, and Colin Tucker finished 5th that year. So you had a pretty tough road. You wrestled 3 of the state medalists, including the state runner-up. You get to the finals. You're wrestling Adam Williams from Johnson Central. Now, had you wrestled Adam before?
I had not.
Okay. Funny little side note, I got to officiate the 2020 state tournament, and before the pairings were announced, I'm from Johnson County. I think everybody knows that. And if you're from whatever county, you can't you can't officiate anybody from that county, like anybody you're close to the program. And my semifinal match finished up, and I was getting, seeing who was in the finals. It was like Spencer Moore, Walton-Verona, and Adam Williams, Johnson Central. And I was like, Johnson, I can't referee 106, so they moved me to the heavyweight. I got it was Irvin and Watkins from DeSales, and I got to do that match. So it was just about me on here, but I couldn't do it because of Adam. So you're in the finals, first time being in the state finals. Does your brother, does anybody around the program, any of your friends give you any advice about being in the state finals?
I was in the state finals my freshman year.
Okay.
I lost in double overtime.
That's right. As soon as you said it, I remembered. And you actually lost to a 4-time state champion, Cole Thomas from Ryle. So I think we're going to be getting with Cole here in the next little bit and doing his video. So if you're going to lose to a 4-time state champion, there's no shame in that. But I told you guys to keep up with the times. Now let's go over them again real quick. 1 minute 4, 33, 1 minute 19, 1 minute 9, and we're going to go ahead and tell you he wins this one by fall as well. 1 minute 55. You get this. The wrestling has some cool awards. They have the quickest fall of the whole tournament. They also have most pins in the least amount of time. You got the quickest pin in the least amount of time award got 5 pins in a very short amount of time. And, I mean, also this year, you were nationally ranked.
Yes.
You were officially nationally ranked by Track Wrestling. Do you remember what your ranking was?
I think the highest I got up to was like number 5.
Number 5 in
in the country.
And when sitting over here on the sideline, I never got to see you wrestle ever. And a couple of the referees, knew who you were from up this way. They was like, man, he's the highest ranked kid in the whole state. I was like, what? I had never seen you. And you're going to see why you have that ranking. But you've got a couple other things here we're going to look at. You got your original bracket. I'll cover my face up to make it look better.
Yes. You
got your original bracket. You were handed on the medal podium. And you have your Coaches Association plaque. That's pretty cool. You guys, like I tell, guys that got these in the later years, it's hard to wear a medal around all the time. So you can put this up, give it to your kids or whenever you have kids or however you want to do it. But it's cool to have this, a plaque. So we're going to go ahead and hit play on our video, and you just kind of talk us through, and we'll just watch this match. You've got Mike Ford and Jason Sidoris. Mike Ford on the whistle. Now, what's your go-to takedown? What's your go-to move here? What are we looking to do?
I was originally going underhook high crotch nonstop the entire tournament, but I got to a nice little slide by there.
And you're already locked up a cradle.
Yeah. I think I hit a cradle in like every one of my matches in this tournament.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I got to referee you any this year at the state. I could be wrong about that, but I was looking back and I don't remember having any of your bouts. Of course, you know how it is state tournament. There's so many matches and so many things going on.
Okay.
So we're out. We're neutral.
Yeah. I remember thinking around this time, my teammate Dalton Mayer had also pinned his way through, and I knew to get the most pins in the least amount of time award, I needed to get the pin the first period here to be him in time wise. So I had to start pushing for it.
It's good to have. There you go too. It's good to have something to shoot for like that, ain't it?
Yes.
Like, listen here, teammate, you're not beating me out. So you got a cradle locked up. I mean, that's seems to be your go-to move in this tournament. When you get into this point, do you know it's over?
Pretty much. Most of the time I get to it from I act like I'm going to let the guy up and then go to a cradle off that. And part of the reason it works is because it mentally breaks them a little bit. It's because they think they're going to get a fresh start.
Right.
And then they're going to end up in a bad position like that.
All right, so there you go. You got him out to the side. You're out to the side, I should say. About 10 seconds left in the period.
Yep.
There it is. Fall. I love that singlet. It's a sharp look.
Yeah, that was one of my favorites I think we ever had at Walton.
So, minute 54, minute 55 seconds. You come off, get your hand raised, Mr. Ford. So, I'm sure you've probably seen it 100 times.
I think this is only the second time I've watched.
Oh, really?
It. Yeah.
Wow. I'm glad you watched it with us. I'm glad you was able to get your thoughts. So, it's hard to critique that. It's hard to say you could do anything different, but you're a Division I college wrestler. What would Spencer Moore now tell Spencer Moore in 2020 about, what could you improve on your game?
I think it's a lot of the same things I feel like I still need to improve on now. I need to get better angles on my shots. A lot of attacks I had were straight on, and once I got to a leg, I knew I was going to finish, but getting in a better position.
Like I said, it's hard to critique a minute and 55-second pin in the state championship, winning the quickest pin, least amount of time, or most pin, least amount of time, and just pretty much dominating, being nationally ranked. I mean, come on. I mean, I may have been nationally ranked playing Call of Duty or something. That's my claim to fame. Nationally ranked with trending on YouTube, whatever, but never wrestling. So that's it for 2020. Now Spencer's a 2-time state champion, 2021. Follow the playlist down be the next video, and we'll see you guys in pandemic era 2021.